All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Welcome, Knicks Nation, to another edition of Sky Hoops Knicks Dream. To join the conversation, please drop your comments in the chat room. Uh, Soon after, I'm going to add the link. So if you want to join in as a panelist, we welcome new faces, new perspectives, and therefore we can chop it up with you. With that being said, I'm going to drop the mic over to my main man, Henry 2.0, so that he can give us his take on the Knicks' previous game. Talk to us, 2.0.
All right. Thank you, Santana. Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm already ahead of the game. I'm thinking I'm already at the Garden tonight when they say good evening, everyone, and welcome to Madison Square Garden. Anyway, looking forward to that. But just to take a quick look back at the last game, it was 97-97 with about what, 2.5, maybe 3 minutes to go. And the way I like it, unfortunately, we looked like we were scared to win that game. Or maybe that we gave it, or maybe that is all that we have. And if that is all that we have, I'm concerned because we don't have a closer then. Everybody was getting to the basket, but nobody seemed to be able to finish at the rim. Nobody. I mean, I was having a conversation earlier today, and I was pointing out that in the last game that we played these cats, what saved that game for us was the fact that Draymond got thrown out, and Curry did not have his best game.
All right, so we're going to switch it up right now. So we're going to go to Dream right now because we're having signal
But
issues.
he was coming back. Use me now, so in about 7 minutes or so, when I get to a more secure connection.
Yeah. So go ahead. Go ahead, Dream. Take it away.
So I mean, it was opening night in Gotham. Finally had some fans in the stands and stuff like that. And basically, as expected, the Riddler came to show up, and he just had
He
one.
showed up or didn't show up?
Showing up is bad thing for us. You know what I'm saying? Like holding true to his name, that's a bad thing for us. So like, we give that in jest, but it's like a bad thing when that actually happens, At least when he causes those question marks for us. I mean, the entire game, he was just off to the tune of 4 points and 10 rebounds. It was kind of just, oh man, it was tough to watch at times. And I just didn't, it just left me perplexed. Overall, the first half, I felt like we fought back and forth with them. Even with all that, I felt like we gave up too many easy buckets, like too many Oubre to the basket without any contention. Too much Wiggins, same thing. Like they were just using that right side of the basket, and then backdoor layups for a large majority of the game was killing us. Like I can't even imagine or think about how many times Draymond was at the top of the key and then lifted that ball up and fired it right down the middle, boom, layup. And it's like, man, outside of that, like 2.0 said, too many missed layups at the rim in the second half, especially down the stretch of the game. I just can't. It must have been like 5 or 6 in a row, I want to say, or something of that nature. It felt like that anyway. And a whole array, like rebounds, putbacks, all kinds of stuff. Drives to the basket, floaters, everything was just missing, like within 5 feet, So that was again tough to watch. And it just left me wondering, is quickly hitting the rookie wall. We've yet to really explore that because it's been early in the season and stuff like that. But on average, these guys play like 30-something games, a season in college and stuff like that. And because we've been using them at a decently high or average rate, he's playing in most games. I wonder, is that coming? A little bit. Is that showing itself? With that being said, I'll drop it down to the big man. Bill Stradamus, take it away.
Thank you, sir. I agree with both of you said, but the mention of the backdoor cuts, That's exactly what Papi Santos says every time we play them.
Every time.
Every time we play them, Papi Santos, he points that out. And although the game that we won, we got hit a few times with that, but we did a better job defensively then than we did the other night. And it was just, it was borderline ridiculous. And then he didn't come to play. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with that brother, but he did not come to play. In the Garden opener too. I would expect that he would have showed off and had to probably even be calmed down. Like, okay, listen, we don't need you to win the game, but he didn't come at all to play. Yeah. Peyton came to play, and I was pointing that out during the game. Normally, when he has a game like this, would he have 20 points, 3 boards, and 4 assists? Normally, we would win that game.
Yeah.
But our last few minutes, as 2.0 pointed out, we were just horrendous. After these games, it's a lot of talk about us not having a closer, and there may be some there's some validity to that argument, because although Randall is our man and he leads us in practically all the categories: scoring, rebounds, assists, etc. At the end of the game, he's, for whatever reason, and maybe he will turn out to turn into this player, but he's not one that just put the ball in his hands and as they used to do with certain players, a la Mike, a la Kobe, even Melo, LeBron, just put the ball in their hands and let them go get a basket. We don't have that. We don't have that yet. I'm hopeful that we'll get there, but we don't have that. And then again, the Bullocks and Burks, what did they have? They had 7 and 8 respectively. Burks had a little bit. I mean, he had at least 5 rebounds and he had 24 minutes. But Burks, 7 points, 4 rebounds in 18 minutes. Is that, was his defense that good to have him out on the floor that long? I guess Tibbs is still working those things out. Taj came in. He had a solid game. 24 minutes, 8 points, 11 boards. Solid.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's what, the oldest? He's probably closer to Tibbs' age than his teammates' age. And he's playing. So I'm going to leave it there for now. And let me throw a behind the back up top to my man Santana. Take it, bro.
So here we go again with the Riddler. Okay? The Riddler, he's part of the Killer Bees, and they're killing us. They're not killing others, they're killing us. The Killer Bees are killing us.
The Kill Us Bees.
Okay, the Killer's Bees. All right? It's frustrating because we had hoped that Barrett was going to be our second option on this team. We cannot depend on him to be the second option.
Mm-hmm.
He's too inconsistent to be a second option. He's killing us, okay? And when he goes to the basket, he's still making the same mistakes. And then on the defensive end, he was getting backdoor left and right.
Everybody.
But him in particular.
No, I'm saying by everybody.
Oh, yeah. We called it. We called it in the last game. I said, you got to watch the split action and backdoor. And the brother was getting cooked. Barbecue chicken down there. You know what I'm saying? They were just cooking him. And that's a problem. That's a major problem because you can't be that second guy. First of all, be inconsistent on offense and then horrible on defense.
Right. Yeah.
You cannot be that second guy. And so that has collateral impact because now we're talking about Randall not being able to close out games, because, he's scoring. He's starting from the first quarter, scoring points. He's carrying, okay? There's a nickname for him. Get on my back, right? Yep. Randall, okay? But the thing is this. You got to have that second option that he could sit back and let that guy flow so that he has some energy at the end of the game to close out the game. But he can't be a killer at the end of the game if he's carrying the team from the first quarter to the end. Because by the time he gets to the end of the game, they're going to double him, they're going to triple him, and he's going to be tired. So my man 2.0, you know, he giving Jays around. You better reconsider giving a J to the Riddler, because that cat is out of commission. He's not there. He needs
his J is where my pom poms used to be. In the trash. That's where it is.
You know what I'm saying? So unfortunately, it's a problem, and I don't know how he's gonna fix it during the season. Maybe during the All-Star break, he could take some time to reflect and tighten up a lot of things that he needs to tighten up. He's still not squaring up when he's going towards the rim. Quickly's another cat. If that float is not hitting, you don't know what you're gonna get out of him going to the basket, because he don't even use the backboard.
No,
he don't use the backboard. And then my man Peyton, he playing solid. You know, you can't ask for more than what he's giving you. Now others got to step up, and they haven't. You know what I mean? So it's gonna get tougher now, because they really got to tighten. And that 3-point defense is lacking, and it's been lacking for about 4 games. Even when they won, you know, I was like, they're giving up too high of a percentage to be able to compete and win these games. That margin of error is too small for them. With that being said, we're gonna drop the mic down to 2.0 so that he could go and fire away. Go ahead, rock, brother. Just don't talk about RJ.
Exactly.
Your man.
Leave that J off.
Can I say no J?
Yes.
You can say that.
Say no J.
You can say that. You can say that.
No J Simpson.
No J Barrett. That's right.
Listen to me, man.
We're all ears.
It's a coaching problem. If you got no J, put Bullocks back in. And I'm going to say that word that nobody wants to use, you know, put the stream in there. I don't care. You got other players.
Obi.
Put 2K in there.
Obi.
Put Obi in there at his spot. Put Obi at the 3. It's a coaching decision. Okay? He's supposed to be, quote unquote, Captain Hook. Well, he must have left that hook over with the pom-poms over there. You know? Because he's not using it properly. Okay, he's supposed to be considered one of the coaches, or I'm not going to say coach of the year, but it's one in the conversation for the turnaround that the Knicks are in right now. But he's still leaving a lot on the table, a lot of poor decisions that he's making. Speaking to that double teaming, what's the problem? Listen, you should be welcoming the double team, because that's the only way you're going to get easy buckets. If you don't get double team, we ain't got nothing. We need to be double team, but the ball has to move, and the ball goes to the middle. It's an easy, a duck under move for Obi, or something in the corner for Burks, or what's the other dude with
Bullock.
the hair? Bullock for threes. I mean, they make them. And even, yes, Kevin Knox could be in that corner shooting those threes. So what I'm saying is, it's not that we get in double team, it's that we don't know how to get out of those double teams. Oh, you know what I saw 3 times in a row? And that's why Rose got that ball stolen from him. They're jumping the pick. But he doesn't know how to split the defenders and cut to the middle like he used to do in his youth. And the other thing is, fake the pick and go to the basket. They jump it, you run to the basket. And it's got to be something, a foul, a layup, something. And they're not doing nothing. And that is coaching. Thank you for letting me share. Take it away, Dream.
Well, basically, this comes down to you could have told me these two stats, and I would have told you that they lost this game. First is a stat they shot 97 field goal attempts, and the other one is 15 turnovers. That's not our game, man.
Who's they?
They, New York.
New York shot 97 shots?
97 shots for the game. So they forced us into a rhythm that we wasn't used to playing. On top of that, we were missing a lot of shots at the basket. So, offensive rebounds looks good, 18, but that's just getting the rebound. We're not putting the ball back in the basket. So that's a problem too, The other thing, the defensive issue, the biggest thing, man, you got to take something away, okay? So with these teams that shoot threes, like we know that's a problem for the Knicks, but then we also can't give up the 44 points in the paint and then allow them to shoot the threes because I don't even feel like they killed us that much on the threes. The problem was they hit them at the right time, right? We would take a 1-point lead, they would come right back, bang, drop a three on us, And a lot of those threes, they were defended, man. So that was killing us too. Like, the Steph Curry ones anyway.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about that.
Yeah, it's like, man, what are you going to do about that? So that's why those back doors that Santana keeps warning us about critically, it really hurts us. That hurts us, like now you beating us up, you gut punching us, and then you hit us with that boom over the top, and then we can't sustain both. Got to take away one of those, preferably take away the three. But if that's going to be an issue, then you definitely have to take away the inside. I'll go back to quickly, man. He just didn't engage in this game. He came in, he shot that first three, but after that, he never really engaged. He hesitated on everything. Every time the ball came his way, it was like a jab step, not sure, hesitating on his thing. What's he gonna do? And so that's why I'm thinking, that's why I said earlier, maybe he's hitting that wall, that mental wall, mentally fatiguing. I don't know. I was hoping with the addition of Derrick Rose, it would help him with some of that, not really experiencing some of that, but I mean, it is what it is. What are you going to do, That being said, I see my man coming across the lane. King Poppy, you got to take it away.
First of all, I want to say, King Poppy, no need for you to come up here and flex on us like that. You want to get on and take off your shirt outside.
I mean, he certainly had some aggression to let out.
We still got snow on the ground up here.
Oh, man. I got green grass.
Go ahead, Pop.
I appreciate that. But I didn't get to catch much. I was watching on the box score. I had some cool projects to do, but I agree with a little bit I heard. We didn't get an effort. From what I saw, the third quarter was horrible. The third quarter was horrible. It's like they used all the energy in the second quarter to get caught up and get past it, and then when the third quarter came out, it was like they're big-headed or something. Again, I didn't watch, so I can't get my fingertip on it. But like I said in the past, numbers don't lie. We got outworked in the third quarter. We did better in the fourth quarter, but it was too late by the time they turned it on. It seemed like so. I don't know if we hitting a wall, if we tired. First game with fans back in there was too much. It was a combination of a lot that shouldn't be. But again, we are young. We only have a few veterans that hadn't been down this road before. Nobody's been involved in a pandemic, but we got to do better. We got to do better. Just like we talked about before, we ain't gonna stop. Curry's gonna be Curry. He's gonna do what he's got to do. He's gonna be out. He's the show of the NBA, so he's gonna get his. But that doesn't change the fact that we got to play better defense. At the end of the day, it's all about the defense. Yeah, offense puts points on the board. Defense allows you to win. Period. Point blank. You can't change that around. And with that being said, I'm gonna go between the legs 2.0.
Thank you. I agree, regardless of anything else that I'm going to point out, that we need to play better defense. Okay, I think I heard on my way in. Somebody already mentioned there were too many of those backdoor cuts on No J. It was No J's man. So he ain't playing offense and he ain't playing defense. Sit your down.
Mhm.
Captain Hook, yo, Santana, call your boy. Call your boy, Captain
Listen,
Hook.
on Saturday when we're at the game, me and Tibbs are gonna have a talk, brother.
Okay,
because
now,
we're gonna be at the Garden. Man.
I'm gonna
we're
be
gonna talk.
I'm gonna be videotaping that, by the way. Anyway, but in spite of everything else that they did wrong, everything, all of the calls, the strips that weren't called fouls, all the nonsense. That's the reason why, by the way, Randall got tossed, was because in one of those last plays, he didn't even come back on defense because they smacked him around so many times. And
complaining.
He was frustrated.
Yeah.
Now, the other way around, when they go down on defense, anything that the Warriors put up was an and one. It's ridiculous. Anyway, but listen to this, man. All that we needed was for No J to get a regular 10 points. All we needed was for Quigley to get a regular 10 points, and this would have been a 8 to 10 point win. We had them. We had them in spite of everything that was going against us, in spite of all the fumbling and bumbling, as my man Clyde would say. Okay, we still had them at 97-97. It was like a new game. Okay, we got 3 minutes, 97-97. Let's see. Let's ball now. But our boys, they just, I don't know. They don't have that closeout, that what King Papi likes to point out, that dog in them. Exactly. You know, your boy was supposed to be a dog. You told me that he's a dog, that you seen him down south playing AAU, man, killing them boys. And now he can come in here and he turns into, No J. No J.
Puppy.
Take it away. He went from a dog to a puppy. That's his new name. Puppy J. Puppy J. All right. So take it away, Santana.
Go ahead, Bill. Is your go.
Oh, Bill.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No problem. I wanted to touch on certain things that Dream had touched on. We took 8 more shots than they did. That's weird. That is very weird. For us to take 8 more shots than the Golden State Warriors, that's weird. So you're right. They had us playing their game. And then with 3-pointers, like you said, also, they had 2 more 3-pointers than we did. And they
That's
took
all.
And they shot 13 for 38. We shot 11 for 29. We had a better percentage and everything, but theirs seemed to be at the right moment.
Mm-hmm.
Especially those that
Curry.
Steph hits him, but that's what he does. He hits those in his sleep. So we have to do a better job of protecting the 3-point line, even though they shot 34% from 3.
Yeah, well, I don't believe this shit.
Rebounds. We out-rebounded those dudes by 15.
Yes.
We out-rebounded them 56 to 41. Offensive, we had 18 offensive rebounds. How come they didn't turn into points? It was during at the end of that game, like you said, 2.0, and in the 3 minutes, it just, you could just clearly see who was the better team. That's all that was to me. And I agree with you with the Tibbs thing, but I've been saying this for the past several games. Tibbs just has a style of coaching that he's seemingly not willing to be flexible with, and it's costing us. Now, maybe I think someone had pointed out maybe he's teaching us how to handle those situations, which is why he doesn't substitute as much as we feel that he should, and at the moments that we feel that he should substitute. But he's just like you said, he should have given. I would have even not minded Stream coming in, Frank, some Knox, if it meant sitting the odd next to him, and then while that's going on, he can be he can talk with him. Listen, man, this is what you need to be doing. This is how you need to go to the hole. This is when you need to go to the hole. Move the ball. Just because you got the ball doesn't mean that everybody's going to spread out and let you do your thing. Sometimes get it back, move around, and get it in a better position. Square up and shoot your mid-range. Lay off the threes. Drive. And instead of going all the way to the hole, you could pull up for like a 10-footer. A lot of times he has the jump on his man when he's driving. And he either lets them catch up to him or help comes over. But he needs to learn how to, drive, make it hard, and make a quick stop on the dime, and take the 8-10-footer. It's there for him. It's there for him on most occasions when he drives. Noel played well, but I think that means, you probably get another decent game out of him, and then he's going to be, he's going to probably have to sit a few games. So with that being said, we're going to have to, Taj is going to have to be inserted strategically. And we need to give Obi more burden, man. Obi was playing well especially in that first half. Obi was playing well. What did he end the game with? He played only
13 minutes.
He played 13 minutes, and so did Quickly. But he did more out there than Quickly did, by far. He had 3 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. No, those are Quickly's numbers.
They were
he
equal.
had 7 points and 2 rebounds. So, but you got to understand, Quickly has the ball in his hand way more than Obi does.
Mm-hmm.
But I did like Rose's contribution. Rose had
he had a good game. Rose and Peyton had a very good game, both of them.
Right. Rose actually had 8 assists.
Mm-hmm.
So that was good. 16 points, 8 assists, 4 boards.
Yeah, you can't.
He had a good game.
Yeah, the point guard position was solid.
Yeah.
But we need our alleged great shooters to step up and do more than they're doing. You can't just and Tibbs is going to just play them talking about their defense, but when they're getting beat backdoor and all of that, and you're not producing offensively, I gotta go with my man 2.0. Listen, try something different. Put one of the young boys in there. We could have gotten a little something probably out of Knox or Stream or Frank, all 3 of them. If they were available, like you gotta try something. What did I curse 2.0?
Yes.
Yeah. You said
Okay, let me throw it down to you so you can.
No, don't get him started. I'll never get a break in there. I'll never get a take.
Did you say Frank?
Hey.
Did the word Frank come out of your mouth? That was a mistake. Okay.
He came out of my mouth. The Riddler played 27 minutes. If you would have taken 10 of those minutes and given it to Frank, he could have come up with 4 points.
10 rebounds.
And what did those 10 rebounds do? What did he do with the rebounds? Like I just said, we are rebounded about 15, 16. We still lost.
Take it away.
Let me throw it over to Santana.
So 2 things, man, with RJ, and then we got a transition.
You cursed, man. You cursed.
Yeah,
he said RJ.
The R, man. It's slipping, man. It's slipping.
Maybe you want to give him the J.
No J. 2 things with no J. Number 1, brother doesn't pass the ball.
Nope.
There's not an assist. You never see him give up an assist to a basket. Maybe he gives it off to get out of trouble or something like that, but not someone to score. That's number 1. Number 2, I got to question his IQ. I don't think he has a good feel, because every time on a breakaway, he's undecided, and when he gets near that basket, he's trying to float like Quickly. Wait a minute. Hold up, bro. First of all, when you coming in for a layup and you come in at an angle, you're not even consistent. You try to hit the backboard every now and then, and you're not consistent on that. And now you're trying to float too? Come on, man. To float takes even more precision, because you're not using the backboard when you're going to the basket. So that makes me think, yo, what are you thinking, bro? You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, when he takes these, threes, out of left field because he think he's gonna make them. Brother, you got to stick to bully ball, take it to the basket, use the backboard, get into the habit of doing it, and square up when you shoot. Because you're not squaring up when you're attacking the basket. You're not. You're coming at an angle, and your angles are off anyway. When you square up, you give yourself a better chance to, kiss it off the glass from a good angle. But he's coming in, and he doesn't have the footwork to have good body control to either square or be at the right angle and finish strong. He doesn't do that. So it makes me question his IQ. He has potential because he can rebound, he can handle the ball, he can attack the basket, but it's not coming together. Maybe it'll all come together. Someday it may click, but it ain't clicking right now.
Yeah, sure.
And when it's not clicking, you got to make your game as basic as possible. Don't try to do everything. No. Stick to a few things, do that well, and build on that. And he's not getting that memo. Somebody got to get him the memo. Yo, Saturday when we at the Garden, you gonna be there tonight, right?
Yes, I will.
Well, you got a head start, bro. You got a head start. You better talk to them.
And the schedule for the second season is already out.
All right, we'll talk about
it.
Yeah. So that's the thing with No Jay is he's regressing, and that's a problem. And in his mind, if he thinks he's the number 2 option, somebody better talk to him because he ain't ready to be the number 2. He's not consistent enough on the offensive end, and like I said before, his defense is horrible. It's horrible. That brother's lost out there, and that's why he's getting pulled and he's not finishing games because his defense is horrible. And of course, on offense, he's not consistent. So enough on him, bro. Now we got to transition, because tonight they're going to play the Sacramento Kings. And one of the things, that has happened since the last time we played them, when we first played them, we had the number 1 defense. They had the worst defense. But that game, they looked like the team that had the number 1 defense, and we had the worst defense. Okay? And since then, that team has turned it around. Their rankings are better. They've improved.
Whoa.
They've improved.
Whoa.
They've improved. Their record, you look at their record, check. Go check their record.
They improved, but I think they're on an 8-game losing streak.
Okay, but bottom line,
okay.
If you look at their record, their record has improved. You don't want to take them for granted.
I understand. And Hassan Whiteside is out.
Okay, so the bottom line is this. They're coming into the Garden. They're coming in, they've lost a few games, but they're playing better than they were playing before. Okay, and the Knicks can't take them for granted because this is a young team that likes to run. And remember, the last time we played them, it was a block party. These cats were blocking all our shots.
Mm-hmm.
And that's youth. That's hunger. That's dog. That's wanting it. They got multiple guys that could do that. We don't. We're leaning on Randall, and that brother's gonna need back surgery by the time the All-Star break comes, because that brother's carrying the team. But there's no consistent second option. Why? Because Randall is not consistent enough, and Derek, of course, he just got into the game and he's coming off the bench and he's with the second unit. So to expect him to be that second option, is a lot. Is a lot to ask in the role that he's playing and at the age that he's at. With that being said, I'm going to pass the rock over to Dream so you could give us your take and, pass the rock around.
All right, I'm going to give it up for the little guy. I'm going to spin baseline and do a little Baron Davis windmill on AK-47. I don't know. I'll take it back a little bit for you guys.
Okay.
So, wake the panel up a little bit now that we transitioning, So, like I said, they have improved until recent.
Mm-hmm.
We'll block it off like that, because two things can be true, right? They can improve as a team, and they beat some pretty high quality teams, and then they hit this slide afterwards. So something happened to their team that they're trying to work out also. But it's not a team I think we obviously know we can't lay over on, right? Sacramento in particular, they know how to beat us. So we have an issue with that team, a matchup issue. Okay. 5 out of the last 6 times we played them, we took an L. So, and that it didn't matter where it was, home, at their place. So we have to figure out how to approach this team the proper way so we can start securing some W's in our column. When it comes to them, basically, we're just talking about the usual suspects: Fox, Barnes, Hield, and Halliburton now. So those are the guys we always talk about. Well, not always, but in the past we talked about Fox and Hield, and now Halliburton is adding his name to that group, and Barnes. Last time we didn't really pay attention to him. He beat us up a little. He beat all our small forwards up. So, with that being said, I won't take up too much time. I'll quickly kick it back down low to King Poppy. Go ahead.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, Barnes is somebody that we should never, ever take for granted. He actually played through against some serious competition in college and his professional. So he's put his time in, he's put his work in, he's been consistent. He's always a quiet contributor. He's not one that's gonna be there and flash this or flash that or 40 points this, but he's gonna give you what you need, period, defensively and offensively. So yeah, I agree. That's somebody we probably looked likely last time. We should never ever look, no matter what team he's on. Nobody should ever look lightly on him. He's a compelled guy. With Whiteside being out, we got to take advantage of it. Somebody's got to light the fire up under their tail in that locker room. They got to come out with like Cujo right now. Just having that dog in them ain't enough. They got to come out like Cujo. Period. This is they got to have some kind of nastiness in them because they got to set the tempo. These guys have been losing, like you said, 8 games in a row for an average of 8 to 15 points. Nobody they should be losing that many points to, period, whether they hurt or healthy. So if we come out with that Cujo mentality and we up by 10 or more at the half, we got to stay with that mentality in the third quarter. We didn't do that this past time. We came out and played bully ball in the second quarter, got some points, got ahead. We got to keep our foot to the pedal. We can never let it off, no matter who we play. And until they have that mentality, it's going to be a roller coaster ride for the rest of the second half of the season. We have to be consistent with just going to the hole, period. And that, with that being said, I'm going to go between the legs again at 2.0.
Okay. Personally, I think that we need to be up by 10 or more halfway into the fourth quarter. At halftime, I don't trust that halftime score. I don't care if we're up by 20. I don't trust them boys. Listen. The facts are indisputable. We are not a third quarter team. Third quarter, we come out with a 10-point lead, 20-point lead, and all of a sudden, it's like we got a 10-point deficit going into the fourth quarter. Well, I don't know what it is, okay? We always allow other teams to beat us. And that's what happened with the Warriors. And that is what happened with most of the games that we played. The only thing is that we've been ahead far enough, and maybe they haven't been good enough to maintain their lead. Again, it's always been a games of runs. They make a run, we make a run. But I don't trust the Knicks unless they're up by 10 with, 5 minutes to go. And then it's a helter-skelter, try to grind it out, the last few seconds, hope they miss the last shot type of stuff. I think we called it the Cardiac Kids 2 games ago. It was like, these guys are going to give us a heart, a heart attack. So, but looking forward to tonight's game. Again, when you're losing that many games in a row, at some point, you got to make a decision that you're going to win one. And I think this is the one that they think that they can actually win. So forget about the fact that Hassan ain't there. Ian Bagley is there. And a couple of the other guys that I was looking at, that Morgan Bagley, rather, not Ian. Marvin Bagley, Jabari Parker, and Kyle Guy. Those are the guys that I'm worried about. The guys coming off the bench, how good are they going to perform tonight? And at some point, and even that guy, Chimilzi Metu, that forward, those big guys, that's what scares me. Those bigs, we don't have any bigs right now, or not bigs anyway. So other than that, I'm going to enjoy that game on your behalf. Okay, I just want you to know that I will be thinking of you as I'm in there, and say I wish you were here. Okay, we'll talk about some future dates if you guys are interested. So being that I'm going to be there cheering them on, it's going to be a great outcome for the Knicks. They can't let me down, man. Okay? They can't let me down. Please don't let me down. Take it away. Bill Stradamus.
Thank you. I'll take it for you.
I'm going to wear glasses. I want you to see me crying.
Do what you break down. Listen, like I said, a game or two ago, a show or two ago, I'm no longer going to pick these blowout wins for us. However, I do expect us to win this one. But on the other hand, we do got to worry about some guys on the other side of the strike, mainly Fox and Halliburton too. You saw what he did last time.
Oh wait, yes.
Remember what he did last time. So we gotta worry about him. Does anybody know? Is Buddy playing? He's playing? We gotta worry about him. We gotta worry about them as a team. Despite the fact that they're in this losing slide, we lost our last game. So there. We can't afford to think that, we're just going to beat up on them and bounce back because of the aforementioned players on the Kings. We have to, again, guard the 3-point line. Go ahead, jump in 2.0.
You're muted.
Alfred may not be playing tonight.
Oh, man.
The Elf Man.
The Elf Man. Why? What's going on?
I think they're talking about either he might be out with an ankle injury, or is it I don't think it's protocol.
I hope he plays. With that being said, we still got to look out for them. And then we really got to look out for them. It's crazy me saying this. If Peyton is not there, we got to be considered a little shorthanded as well. We're shorthanded when he's not there, because he's become basically he's one of our top 3 players. After Randall, some you might argue him, or some may want to argue Mitch, but he's right there. So if he's not playing tonight, we got a bigger problem in handling them. Not going to stay on this too long, because we know what we got to do. We got to move the ball around. And Santana made a good point about the Riddler. He needs to pass. He needs to learn the art of passing and learn how to sometimes pass and get it right back. Because I've seen from the time a few games ago when I saw Randall look him off, I've seen more of that from not just Randall. And maybe they're thinking, I'll pass this guy the ball. He's not going to keep it moving. He's just going to shoot. So I've seen Peyton look him off a couple of times. I've even seen the big man look him off. Like the big man will have the ball top the key, and he'll come around and then look at him and just won't give him the ball. Mm-hmm. So there's a reason for that. So hopefully Tibbs and the other coaches are pointing those things out to him, the things that we see. I'm sure they see it. And I hope they are able to better affect his game by having him sit and watch when he's not performing. It's okay, we know you're not an all-star yet. We're trying to make the playoffs, and you're an integral part of what we're trying to do this season. And therefore, you got to step your game up and improve it. You're a number 3 pick, man. You can't continue. What are we going to say next year? Oh, well, if he had a jump shot. Then the year after, oh, well, if he had a jump shot or if he played smarter. Nah, this is your second year. You got to do something. And you have been underwhelming in your past couple of performances. And overall, you are not a second option. What we rolled you out there to be, you are not. You have not come through as that. And therefore, that has made everyone's game suffer. So the fact that Randall, we're saying he's not that superstar closer, but I think one of you guys mentioned if the R played a little better, that would lend to him being able to to do that instead of him wearing himself out, carrying us the whole game. And then in the fourth quarter, you still need him to bail you out. Come on, man. Give the guy some help. And again, I think we're going to win, but not by a lot. And we're going to have to play a good game in order to get these guys out of our building. With that being said, let me throw it up top to Santana.
Yeah.
Throw it up the backboard to you.
So, this will be my last take on R.
Oh,
No J.
Puppy J.
You know what I'm saying? His thing is, I've heard in other podcasts, well, this may be the sophomore jinx. Okay, that's one factor.
Excuses.
Which I don't give him that benefit of the doubt because he had 9 months to really tighten his game, and he didn't.
Right.
It shows. Okay, I stopped short of calling him. I didn't even say the word. I just say, it's a 4-letter word, starts with B, ends with T, and I should have said and rhymes with rust.
ooh.
Okay, he's short of that right now.
That's some strong words, man.
I agree.
That's why I didn't want to put it all out there, but you guys could figure it out. He's short of being that. Okay. With that being said, I'm moving on from him, and I'm focusing on the game now. If Peyton is out, that's gonna be a blow because even though Derek can step up and run the point, who's gonna run the point when he has to sit down? Quickly can't. Quickly is not a pass first point guard. That's number one. He's gonna want to shoot, and then number two. If Sacramento seen what Chicago did to him or these other teams did to him, that they trapped the point guard,
Yes,
he's going to be in problem. That's why Peyton is so important. And if Peyton doesn't play tonight, I have to give Sacramento the edge to win. Yeah, because that point guard position is that important. And when you only have one point guard as opposed to two, against a young team that likes to run, that's playing better defense, and even though they've had an 8-game slide, remember when we went to Sacramento, they were on a losing streak then too. Yep. They could be feasting. They'd be looking at us like, oh, here we go. We're going to be able to break our losing streak with this team because we did it the first time. We can do it again. So they ain't going to fear the Knicks. They're going to look at the Knicks as, oh, we'll be able to break our streak like we did the last time. Young guys, man. Young guys, they think they Superman. We all been there.
That's how they should be thinking.
Exactly. So, man, listen, if Peyton is out, we got a problem.
Yep.
Because we don't have another point guard behind Derek. Quickly ain't it. Rivers ain't it. Burke is not it. These are guys that, maybe they can handle the ball, but they're not pure point guards. And when you trap those guys, it's over. That's what we got to look for.
And whoever is our point guard, they'll have their hands full running around after Fox.
Chasing them. chasing them.
Whoever that may be.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So, just keep that in mind, fellas. I got to jump off. I'm going to let you guys rock because I got to get in a meeting, but I'll keep the thing going, okay?
Okay.
Okay, we're about 5 minutes away anyway from closing out. But I mentioned it before, and I'll say it again. Okay, if after the coach saw what other teams are doing, trapping trapping the ball, no matter who has it, whether it be one of our bigs or it be one of our guards, by now, if I can see it, all you have to do is anticipate the trap coming and beat them to the punch. There is a way to do, like once you make a move forward, you can't move backwards at the same time. All you have to do is once he stretches out, once that big comes out, our big needs to dive to the basket, get the ball, and then you can swing it around. Listen, we need to play the way the Jazz will play the other night. They're just passing that ball. Whack, 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 whack. Yes. There will be at least 5 passes before they took a shot. In a couple of sequences there. And every other time there was at least 2 passes. It was no, like someone mentioned, sticking of the ball. And that's the problem. When Randall brings it up, the ball sticks. When they give it to RJ, the ball sticks. It's like they give it to the guy who's going to make the play or who's going to finish the play or whose play has been called for. It's 2 passes and I give it right back to RJ. Yes, I did say that. At the top of the key, and he's standing there for about a second deciding what it is that he's going to do. So there is no prior, there is no plan to what he's going to do once he gets the ball, because the ball is still at the top of the key, and the 2 defenders are still there in front of him, and they haven't moved because all the ball is just going from one side to the other, and they hand the ball to each other at the top of the key, and they're not moving the defense around. So, and that's what's wrong. Again, that's a coaching situation. I think that he has to, it's like when Phil Jackson was trying to make us be a triangle offense. I think this is just that hand, that dribble hand pass, passage, they hand it over to the next guy at the top of the key thing doesn't do anything to the defense. So he has to think of something different. And when he throws it down low to Randall and the double team comes, that's the perfect opportunity. I think they should be drawing plays around that. Just give it to Randall at the top of the blocks. Let the double team come, and now you have a man cutting down the middle that can draw the next defender and kick it to the corner or just take it to the basket. Take it away, Big King Poppy. And give us your prediction for tonight's game too.
All right, I agree with that. And then on Peyton. Peyton was a hamstring, so he's probably not playing at all. If they do put him in there, that's bad news because he's gonna hurt it worse.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't need. He needs to sit out tonight. Is what I'm saying. Period. Point blank. As much as we might need him, he needs to sit out so that way our playoff aspiration could actually happen. Because if he gets seriously hurts that hamstring, it's a wrap for the season. That's just something you don't play with when you're running up and down the court. You can't do that. On the other end, it looks like Barnes might be out as well. So we'll see. But Rivers is not the answer. Stream, whatever, Creek, I don't care. We'll spin it around every other day. He ain't the answer. He's been put on the bench for a reason. Tibbs feels like he's not the answer, so he's not even trying to give him any value on the trade blocks. He's just going to trade him for whatever he gets, obviously. Otherwise, he'd be putting him out there. He has the same ideas I got as far as Rivers goes. But, Dream was saying a couple of days ago, I don't remember if it was on screen or off screen, where we could have a 3-team trade block. That should probably help that situation, especially with these injuries we're having now and people that he's not even playing. So, I mean, I don't want to be the first one to do it, but I don't think we win in tonight. But
Okay.
I think they're going to fight. We're going to see somebody try to put their name on the board. You know, whether they do one of these second or third stringers actually take a spot from somebody, I'm not saying, but they're gonna make a name for themselves today.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say we lose in 117-115.
Ooh, okay. At least it's close.
Yep, off the backboard of Bill Dominus.
All right. Wow. As you were reporting that Peyton is not going
Hamstring.
to play, more than likely, I kind of took some points off of us. I had us winning by 7, and I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that margin down. I still got us winning, but I guess I'm hoping that we'll be able to keep them under 100, and I picked us to win 102-99. I got us winning by 3.
Okay.
With
All
that
right.
being said, let me pass it over to the Dream. Off the backboard, Dream.
And since that left baseline worked for me last time, I'm gonna spin around, other side come right baseline, left hand dunk, the whole Grant and the GOAT. Blood dunk over a whole Grant and the GOAT. That's what I'm leaving you with today.
All
Okay?
right.
That being said, man, we really need a win, man. That loss last time compacted with the Orlando loss, which we kind of at the time was like, that's not really going to hurt us. But now what's happened is these other teams, in our absence of playing these last couple of days, have started winning, and now the standings have shook up, and they shook out down to the bottom. Now we're 10 we're not outside looking in now. So now we need a win, right? So now we're going to see what our team is made of. And I put this guy up here today because this is the kind of dog we need out of the team. We need this guy.
Oh, man. Can you imagine if we had him in this squad? Oh, my God.
2.0, give your ticket up and put this man in the building tonight. We need him up, okay? All right?
Okay.
I need this guy, right? And I don't need the flannel jacket, sticking a marshmallow, camping out person, all right? I don't need that guy. All right? No Smokey the Bears today, all right?
Okay.
I said we need a win. The problem is they need a win worse than we do. They got to break 8-game streak, man. And like I said, they know how to beat us. So I hate these predictions. But I'm on board with you, all in. I'm all in, like your T-shirt says. Okay, I'm all in with you. I think Sacramento comes into the Garden tonight, unfortunately, adds to their win streak. I mean, takes away their losses and adds to their win streak against us, I'll say. Sacramento 118, Knicks 112. Unfortunately.
Woo! Well, I just want to add to our misery. Nolas Noel is also doubtful. Oh my God.
99-98 Kings. I'm changing. 99-98 Kings.
98 Kings. Okay.
Yeah.
So you had the Knicks before at 102.99.
But
listen.
We're not going to have our currently best big man and our currently best point guard.
Yes.
We're not. I'm sorry.
Okay. Listen. Have faith. Listen. Rivers is going to have the game of his life. He's going to do it again. He did it against this team before, no?
Nope.
This wasn't the first half. The first half.
That was the Jazz.
Oh, that was the Jazz. Okay.
I even read a report where someone was interviewing him, and he's, they're talking about, he's not getting any run. He's like, well, I can't control if they trade me. So he's talking like that now.
Oh,
I can't control if they trade me. I'm a Knick now, and I'll just be ready if my number is called. That's his attitude now.
Somebody's going to be called to pack his bags, not to get him.
The weather, from what I understand, the weather's still cold up there, so that stream is frozen right now.
Yep.
No game time.
Okay,
No.
okay, fellas. Yeah, I hope you all, and I hope he makes us all look bad. How's that?
I'll take that.
Okay, how about that? I
I'll
hope he makes us all look bad because he's going to be in this game again. He has to defend. As a matter of fact,
I'd rather see Frank, tell you the truth.
I was gonna just say I'm gonna use a bad word here. Okay, so forgive me, but there might be a sighting, a Frank Ntilikina sighting for D'Angelo Fox.
Yeah.
Hold that down. We're gonna hold that down because he's gonna be the point guard tonight to come in, maybe even to start and give Rose the second unit like as usual, and to finish the game. But I don't think Rose should be starting. I think he should come in with his second unit and finish the game, and let Frank play those first, 8 minutes against, or even 5 minutes against Russell, and break out. Hopefully he's loose enough because the cobwebs may have been a little too thick by now. But being that as it may, I mean, we're not on an 8-game losing streak, but like the Dream said, we need a win in the worst possible way. So I'm sticking with the boys. 118-1, 115-108, Knicks.
115 to 108. Wow.
115-108, and you all are going to have to come back, and at least for one day, you're going to return the J. For one episode, you are going to return the J because that boy's going to hit 25 today and grab 10 boards. So put that down, 25 and 10.
You could get 25, 10, and you can give him 15 assists, and I still ain't giving him
No, 15 assists. I'm just saying
he ain't getting that.
For one game, he's going to make you bring out the pom-poms. How about that?
If it happens, I'll bring out the pom-poms. But
okay.
I bet Pinson ain't even seen the floor. Pinson probably scored more than he will.
Yep.
Again, you're going to see a little bit of Knox. Okay. You're going to see a little bit of Rivers. Okay. You might see a little bit of Frank.
No, you're going to see the back of their heads while you.
Oh, you mean like I'm going to be sitting behind their bench?
Listen, most of those guys see the floor. Those are all trade pieces, so the Knicks are not going to damage any chance they have to get rid of those guys. Oklahoma City is already knocking on the door for Knox, so you might not see him tonight because if they want any chance of really shipping him out for getting something back, because right now they're talking about sending him out the door for Trevor Ariza and 2 second-round picks. I'll take that for Knox any day.
Ariza's 40 years old, man.
I'll take 2 second-round picks for Knox any day.
Oh, okay. Two
2 second-round picks.
And Ariza.
Who's probably a better defender anyway than Knox is. Even at 40. But, if that kind of deal is out there, what else are you going to get for Knox?
Not much.
The BUST.
Out of there, man. That's it. We have to cleanse ourselves of these bad draft picks. And it has to, Knox and Ntilikina, they're all in the same boat. Bad draft picks. Forever. Ntilikina is going to be linked to Donovan Mitchell. You got to get him.
Puppy might be in that bad draft pick as well.
What was that?
I said the puppy might be in that bad draft.
Oh, puppy too.
I'll give him time, though. I'll give him a little time because at least he's giving us some stuff, for a little bit. He's still learning that stuff. And he's young,
He's got time to turn it around. He's just not putting in the effort to turn it around.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Well, fellas, anybody else? Anything else that you want to, any thoughts, ideas, trade? Congratulations. I don't think we took the time to say congratulations to Randall on making it to the All-Star team.
Yeah, officially on the page.
Yeah.
Okay.
Congratulations, Julius Randle.
Yes, sir.
AKA U-Haul.
U-Haul. Thank you. We need it.
I'll throw some credit for Derrick Rose's way because he was on the reserves All-Star balloting also for a long time, right to the end.
Right. Yeah.
So I gotta give all the Knicks. I don't care who you are, even if you was on that list, you know.
Okay.
Gotta take advantage of all the accomplishments. We don't get too many of these.
We don't get too many, hey man. You know,
Right.
maybe Obi Toppin in the All-Star dunk contest. You know, we'll see. I don't know.
Please get in there. Make us look good somehow.
Right. That'd be a good one. Zion and Obi.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't think it's it's a competition, man.
No, but it'd be fun.
Zion?
The power dunker, not so much style.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just,
Okay.
go on with that. He's got some finesse, but like I had told a couple of y'all before, he grew over almost a foot and a half in about 13 months.
Okay.
Why he has handles as a big man, because he was a guard to begin with. So, you know, he might have some. Yeah, he's more power, but he's got a little finesse with that power, just not like a smaller guy.
Yeah.
No, but I still see him like a twinkle toes type of guy. You know, like a ballerina in a big body. You know, the way that he the way that he up in the air and able to, you know, finesse to the basket.
Larry Johnson, man, grandmama.
But if Obi's allowed into the All-Star, he gonna make us proud. He ain't gonna let us down.
Okay.
He ain't gonna let us down. I'm not saying he'll win it all, but he's gonna be competitive.
Point. Yeah, he's
gonna be competitive. Remember who's our first guy to win a dunk contest? Do you remember Kenny Skywalker? His game was trash, but in that he won the dunk contest one year, but he wasn't a great player. He just wasn't.
Another bad.
I think he was the number 5 pick.
It was right. It was a first draft.
A first round 5 pick for us. Where was he from? Kentucky or somewhere?
Might have been.
Yeah.
He's ACC guy.
But he won that dunk contest. You know, he got in there, won that dunk contest, and that's probably his greatest accomplishment in his professional career. Yeah. So I would expect a little more from Obi if Obi gets in. Obi's from New York too. Come on,
that's true.
Obi ain't gonna let us down. If Obi gets in there, we're gonna see something that we probably ain't ever saw before.
Some street ball dunking. That's what I
you know. So but if he can get in there, get in there. And if we got somebody else who can get in the skills well, I don't know about that.
We got nothing else.
I don't know, but we don't got no skills challenge players.
Some guys catching the ball as it falls through the net. We got a couple of those guys. Just pick it back out to the guy that's shooting the three.
We surely don't have no 3-point shooters.
What?
We have no 3-point shooters in the 3-point shooting contest. Not at all.
Maybe Quickly can jump in there, man.
2 years, bro. 2 years. Relax. Calm down.
Oh, okay.
Not yet. He's not the marksman that Tibbs claims that he is. He's not there. He's not there yet.
Yeah.
Like you guys said, I think it's hit a wall. I think he's a little bit, tired of playing so many minutes at the NBA level against men who are bouncing him around. Okay, he's tired because of the trapping. He's trying to figure it all out, and by the time he gets free, it's like he's got nothing left. No, he's like already spent his energy. So I think that tonight is going to be the beginning of his second season, and that's another guy that I'm counting on to show up. So we're going to have an Emmanuel Quigley sighting. IQ is coming back. So we got IQ
and Puppy
Dog, Puppy Chow.
There you go. IQ, Puppy Chow, and Frozen Stream.
Okay, so we're gonna have to have a conversation about how we go. If you guys want to, jump in on some of these tickets, and I don't know if they're selling them yet, but I know that the schedule came out, and for some reason they're putting the Knicks on ESPN on a couple of games.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Top 7.5 schedule.
Yeah. Well,
We have to shake these, whatever is troubling our shooters and whatever hesitancy these guys have, they're gonna have to shake it out quick because it's not a February schedule coming up the next couple of months.
Okay.
That was our pick, was this February.
Right.
So, we got a little meat on the bones, try to chew off and get our way into playoffs, but hopefully we can still battle, And I think after tonight's loss, it'll force us.
Whoa! Hey, wait! Take it easy with that conversation, man.
It'll force us into a
After tonight.
After tonight, it'll force us into a trade. Okay.
I'm with you, cuz. I got you back, cuz.
Oh no. You guys.
You'll start to see guys go, and then you could get excited again about what we've added to the team going forward. I think this will trigger that.
I like that perception.
Nobody want to give us anything. That's the problem.
Why should anybody give us anything?
So what are you trading for that is going to make us better?
Oh, we talked about it a couple times already. Different players that we could try.
You think the Bulls are going to give up Levine right now?
We ain't talking about Levine. Levine's not on the table for us.
Oh, okay.
And we talked about when the trades that we talk about are not blockbuster, change the focus and the trajectory of the team right now. The trades that we talk about are guys to add to this team that can help us be better. Blockbuster stuff, that's in the off season. Even with the small trades that we did so far and bringing guys in, it takes we end up having a transition over the next 3 games or something like that. So if you bring a blockbuster trade in right now, you might as well throw the season away. It'd be fun to watch, but you can just it'd be Carmelo all over again. We don't want to.
Right.
We don't want Carmelo out again.
I like getting 2 second-round picks. This draft class coming up is so deep.
Yeah.
That 2, 3, or 4 picks in the second and third round for any team, I'm just talking about in general, could really be players that can change the whole program for anybody.
Yeah.
That's how deep this class is this year.
Yeah.
Some of we're gonna have busts that come out the first rounders because they get exploited more than other people because they play smaller teams, whatever the reason is. But this class is deep, like deep. I mentioned to Dream in 2.0 about this guy at Clemson. Not just because I'm looking at orange glasses, but the guy's a good, strong power forward, and I think he's gonna be a dime in the rough.
What's his name?
Wherever he goes.
What's his name? I'm looking.
Amir Sims, number 25.
Amir Sims. Okay.
Amir Sims, yeah.
And they just came off a COVID protocol, and I was expecting them to have the first time. This is the second time it's happened to them this season, and I was expecting their legs to be not with it. They played good. They ran Wake Forest out the court yesterday, out the gym. 20 points, I think, something like that. I don't know, but needless to say, what I'm getting at is we can make these small little trades and grab some second round picks and just get somebody for right now to move some things around, move the locker room around a little, shift some people's attitudes around, whatever. But nothing major. Right. Yeah, I'm with that, because we need to save what our coins and our major situations for later. We got who we got. Let's get rid of the trumps and keep it pushing.
Yeah.
Bradley Beal.
Stay over there.
Bradley.
We can't win with Bradley Beal and Randall and the assistant coaches because we have to give up the rest of the team to get him, and I don't want to do
that. Send Rivers to his daddy.
And bring us his brother-in-law.
Yeah, send Curry on over.
Yeah,
that one's simple. The other, like the one Dream said earlier, Knox and 2 second-round picks. That's another simple one.
That's a simple one. Boom, get it off.
Just move it to get it done and get it over with.
Oh, you want little Curry over here?
Oh man,
yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
Big time. Oh man,
his attitude is better than Rivers. He don't care.
His shooting is better too.
Oh,
way better, and his defense.
And he doesn't mind if he has to sit to help the rest of the team out. He's not going to get an attitude about that. He's going to continue to coach. He's going to Can you participate? He's gonna cheer. He's gonna
He
high
always-
five. He ain't gonna sit there with his fingers stuck wherever his fingers are gonna be. You know, so-
He's still a ready player.
right.
Put him in the game, he's ready to play. Like at any, you know what I'm saying? So
You know, make some moves like that. Oh man, we'd be looking pretty going into the draft.
Okay. I'm hearing Wow Will, whatever his name is.
Worldwide West.
World Wide West, man. Trying to push for Bradley Beal.
he wants Bradley Beal to push for a trade out of Washington,
Right.
right? So that
And to the Knicks.
yeah, I know, but the idea is if you get the player to push the team, then we don't have to give up
Give
on
up. Exactly.
he's trying to get out of town. We're not trying to pry him out of town. So
Okay.
it's a smart move to put that out there. You know, I read that article too. I get all that stuff, you know.
Right,
But-
right.
You know, there's a bunch of other things that we could do outside of those big boy trades. Like, you know, let other people worry about those things. You know, the same thing with Drummond. They're trying to kick the tires on Drummond, that conversation and stuff, because Drummond put out there that he wants to come to New York. So by him doing that publicly, now everybody's like, oh, you know, there should be conversation about it at least.
But they already shut him down. He's not playing.
He's not gonna play.
They're not letting him play
They're
anymore.
not letting him play. And
They're looking to get something for him.
Blake Griffin, all these guys, they're all sitting out right now. They sat down Blake Griffin because they don't want him to get hurt. Detroit did,
Okay.
you know, 'cause he's out of there. Same thing with Drummond.
Cleveland.
Yeah. So, you know,
So he's not going to cost us nothing if we go after him.
if they get the buyout market,
Okay.
I don't wanna
It's his
give-
contract. It's his contract that's too big.
I don't want to give up too many assets and players if we're not resigning him. I'm not going to risk.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
not
but-
what you want to spend a boatload of money on. You know, you
Okay.
want to bring back Randall at a little more money, right? You're going to take another $5 million per year to sign him to a couple more year contract because he's going to get a bunch of offers if you know because they're already calling to trade for him. Everybody that's anywhere near contention that needs big guys, they're on the phone with the Knicks, but the Knicks are not taking it. Like,
Okay.
I think they're making a decision. They want to keep him in town, and what does it take to do that? So that being in mind, you know, then they have the rest of their money to deal with, and they have money. They're good. They're not broke. They got $16 million just sitting right there right now in reserve to use. So you know, but you don't want to, like we talked about in the show previously. We don't want to use it unwisely.
And Randall has become the corner piece now.
Yeah, he's
He's one of the pieces for our foundation.
yes.
I mean, you know, if you get rid of him, we're starting all over again. It's like he's blowing up the team.
Yeah.
You know, because after him, everybody drops down 2 levels. You
But
know,
all they would do if they include him in a trade is the guy you trade for another top player.
okay.
That's the guy you throw in if you bring in Beal back. That's the guy you throw in, you know,
CJ.
to San Antonio for DeRozan. That's the guy you throw in. You know, like there's certain teams if they're giving up their guy, they want him, especially because he's playing like an all-star. Now he's an all-star, so it's like
All right. Well, listen, man, I got a couple of things to do here. I got to go pick up my COVID test results. And because now you got to show COVID test results at the Garden before you go in. And do some kind of survey online. And that's it. You know? So I guess if you all are okay, we're going to come to a close to this podcast. And as always, when we close out the show, we say, once a Nick, always a Nick.
And yo,
Right.
since you're gonna be in the building, we want to hear you. I want to hear you tonight.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to wear maybe a cheerleader skirt and some pom-poms so you can recognize me.
I don't want to see you. I want to hear you.
Oh, you want to hear me? Oh, okay. I'll leave the skirt home. Maybe I'll bring the pom-poms. Okay.
I better hear Knicks Dreams in the background, something like
Yeah,
Sky Hoop, something. I gotta hear.
Sky Hoops, Knicks Dreams.
Yeah.
Maybe I could make a sign like that.
No, they're not gonna show you. They don't worry. They're not worried about showing the crowd. We just want to hear. You can
We
hear.
just want to hear you.
That's
We're
all right.
gonna be there amongst what 2,000 people. We
Hear the
we should be able to
individual fans.
All right.
we should be able to hear you.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna call all your guys' names.
No,
How you doing, Wilson Douglas?
when they blow the whistle after 4 minutes in for the TV timeout, right before it goes to commercial, just yell it out right there. It'll be nice and quiet. It'll be nice and quiet.
Knicks City Dreams.
That's it.
Okay. All right, guys. Later then.
Later.
Peace. Have fun.